Hello guys, welcome to Swhizz Technologies. So in this video, let's understand about the dynamic weights. Okay, so in Selenium, what are the different kind of the dynamic weights we are having and what are the differences among them we'll understand. For example, very first time. So this is the code will take you to which page means as per your understanding. So this will take you to like this particular page. So this is the URL I have taken and I have launched it in the browser. Okay. So I'm using the Chrome driver. So and this is the driver I have taken as a static driver. Fine. So this is the code will take you to this particular page. First, let's understand the manual approach of the writing and later we'll implement the same steps whatever we perform manually like automation through Selenium. Okay. So here I want to book, I want to click on the button like book now. Okay, so when I do click on this particular button, so this will taking me to another page or another window. This is one window and this is another window. Okay, so and once I can coming to this particular window, I'm getting this particular image. So I need to cancel this. Okay. So if I want to perform certain operations in the booking now or book now page, I need to cancel this. Okay. So and when I am just canceling that particular image, I am available in default as a one-way ticket, bus booking and one-way ticket. So if I do want to click on round trip, okay. So if I want to click on the round trip, what are the steps we can perform? Let's have a look first. Okay. So very first time what we did, I'm just canceling this. Very first time what we means, we have to launch the URL. That's I already performed with the get method. Okay. So later the step what we perform manually, I need to click on this. So now this time this need to be clicked down by the Selenium. So for that what you can do, just to do inspect this, right click on the element and inspect. So now you are getting this particular thing is getting highlighted. So let me go with the crow path. Okay. So partial link is the link text is there with the one element. I'm going to take this. Link text is the locator. So just to start writing driver dot find element by dot link text I copied. So that's why the link text. Okay. What the action you have to perform is you have to perform the click action. Okay. By this, what is happening means this is by this particular action, the Selenium is taking you to another window. Okay. This is taking you to another window. Another window means that particular window also should do launch. Okay. So now let's understand about the weights. Okay. So what exactly the weights means? Dynamic weights. Static weight means we can do perform. This is also way like a thread dot sleep. Let me take 3000 milliseconds. 3000 milliseconds, nothing but 3 seconds you have to do add close declaration. So this is actually a static wait. By this, what happens means static wait. So by this static wait, your code will, the execution of the code will cease for 3 milliseconds. The complete code will cease for 3 milliseconds. But what I am going to make you to learn in this video is dynamic wait. What exactly the dynamic wait means? So whenever you want to identify any element or whenever you want to perform an action on any element, so sometimes your internet may be not that much speed. Okay. So you may connected with the internet that is giving you only 3G speed or 4G speed. At that time, your elements are not getting loaded properly, but Selenium will not wait until the elements are getting loaded. It will do perform step by step very fast. At that time, it requires some time to load the page. Actually, whenever you inspected this is a DOM structure actually, DOM structure. So WebDriver will do launch at the background of the DOM with the elements of this particular page. In this page, So what are the elements are available? Home, about, directory, RTI info. Many things are there. All the things needs to be loaded when the page is getting launched with a get some URL. Okay, so any URL. So book now is also a link. This is also a link. So if you click on this link, another window or another pages needs to be loaded. So all these elements again need to be loaded. So for this, all the elements need to load. Maybe some few seconds is required. If your internet is not that much perfect, few seconds is required. But the Selenium is not supposed you to wait that many seconds even. So that's why we can use the dynamic waits. The disadvantage of the static wait is this will seize the program for a few seconds and the method itself is throwing an intercept. So interrupted exception. Okay, this may also affect the speed of the program. Okay, so that's why we need to use the dynamic waits. What are the different kind of the dynamic waits we are having means whenever you are launching the URL, after launching the URL, you can use the wait that is driver dot manage dot timeouts dot. So implicitly wait. So this is one dynamic wait. So here you can do give 10 seconds, 10 or 15 seconds. And here you have to do pass. What about this? 10 means that 10 is a unit in time in seconds that you have to do pass. So this is one dynamic wait. What exactly this dynamic wait is saying means, so implicitly wait means in internal all the elements needs to be loaded. Okay, in internal all the elements needs to be loaded. Every element need to be loaded. So from the DOM the element need to be loaded. If the DOM is present, then only the Selenium will identify the elements to the allocator. So that's why this element, this implicitly wait will help you to load all the web elements, all the web elements or all the dynamic elements, all the dynamic elements. So if the element is not found, even the seconds, whatever the seconds you used here, in 10 seconds, the element is not found. At that time, you will get an exception that is no such element exception. No such element exception you will get. This is a class, that's why you have to do start with a Pascal case. No such element exception get it. When the element is not found by the Selenium, the time you mention. This is one wait. So this implicitly wait will applicable for the elements in that particular page. If you are available in this page, all the elements needs to be page in this page. Elements. If you are available in this page, all the elements needs to be available. So for that, for every element, it will give you the 10 seconds. Okay. So within the 10 seconds, the element is not found. At that time, you will get the exception, no such element exception. If the element is found in a 2 seconds, if the element is found in 1 second, the remaining 8 seconds or the 9 seconds will be ignored automatically. So that's why we are calling this is a dynamic wait. As per the time you require to wait, to load the DOM with all the dynamic elements. So this is the time will apply automatically as per your internet speed or as per the server speed. Okay, and the remaining time which is not useful for you, even though you mentioned 10 seconds, but you require 2 seconds, that 8 seconds will automatically ignore. Okay, so this is the beauty you are having with the dynamic waits. So one more wait is also there, that is page load timeout. Driver dot manage dot timeouts dot and page load timeouts. Here also I'm going to take, for example, I'm going to take 10 seconds. Okay, so and this is the 10 seconds is in seconds. That's why take the time unit as seconds. So what exactly this wait here is? So this is to load the page. Okay, the name itself, page load timeout, is to load the page, load the complete page. Okay, complete page. Like whenever you launch the method, that get method, or whenever you click on the book now method, this is a link and this is also a link. Okay, that's why you use the link text. So whenever you clicking on this link, this is taking you to one page. Whenever you clicking on this is taking you to another page. So to load that particular page, this page load timeout will help. Okay, so if the seconds, whatever you mentioned, even though this 15 seconds is not enough to load the complete page, at that time you will get an exception, that is timeout exception. You will get timeout exception. So this is for complete page. This is for all the elements in the page. Okay, and here also the same. If the page is completely loaded in 1 second and remaining 40 seconds will be ignored by the Selenium. If it is still needed, like 20 seconds is needed, but you used only 15 seconds. Okay, so after 15 seconds, still the page is not loaded completely. At that time, you will get the exception, timeout exception. When you are getting the timeout exception, you can simply use this particular line with the more time. Okay, even you mentioned 20 seconds, but still you are getting means you can use 25 seconds or 30 seconds. 25 to like 5 seconds you can increase. As per that, you will come to know the best time. Even though you give 40 seconds, not a problem. That will take the time how much you needed. Okay, later only it will give you the timeout exception. But whenever you want to, after 30 seconds also it has not given the element or the not the page is completely loaded, to return this exception in the console, it will wait for 30 seconds after you will get this exception. Okay, again, this is also a dynamic wait. So still you will get the, if it is ignored, it need to be ignored after 2 seconds, the page is loaded, that 13 seconds will be ignored. This is one more dynamic wait. Okay, so here these two elements are applicable for overall page and in the page of all the elements. Okay, and sometimes there is a need you will come with a some specific element is only taking, not the complete page. The specific element is taking the time. So at that time, what we can do? Okay, some that type of the element is also available here. So let's have a look on that particular element first with a normal approach, and later we'll see the another weight, another dynamic weight. Okay, so book now is a method. Sorry, book now is a link is there, and on that you perform the link. So on that you perform the click. So whenever you perform the click action, what you are having means you are available in this particular page. So before coming to this particular page, very first time you are clicking means immediately you are getting this image. Okay, you need to cancel this image. So that's why you have to click on this crash. So now it needs to be done by the Selenium, not without any human interference. The Selenium need to perform every action. So that is actually the automation test script. So inspect this and click on this crash by the Selenium and take the throw path if you are having the throw path and use this relative X path. So this relative X path is saying text with a class wherever you find out in this particular page, on that it will go perform the click action. So what you can do, driver dot find element by dot. Okay, so XPath I have taken. So just to do paste the XPath here, and what you have to do, you have to do action perform as a click. Okay, so once you do perform the click action, so I'm not going to use this no more. Okay, so you perform the click action, you will be available in the page. For example, once do execute this run as Java application. Okay, still this is so dynamic wait, some click is not performing. So what is the exception we got? The exception is no such element exception. Okay, so dynamic waits, say which line you are getting. So this element. Okay, so what is happening means actually this is an element available in which page, guys? So this is the element is available in this window, but our driver is available in default in the home page only, home page. But you have to switch to which one? So book now ticket or book now page. So here you have to do handle the, you have to know how to handle the windows, multiple windows. So whenever you are clicking on this, you are available in another page. That's why you have to switch to another window. So that's why you can do use driver dot get window handles method you can use. So this is a method will help you out to switch on any window. So this method is going to give you a collection of sets. So just refer this in some reference variable win IDs or Windows IDs. So this is giving what? Set collection, right? So use a set with a string. Okay. Import. So import Java. Okay. So this is you are getting actually. Okay. So now you have to switch to which window, guys? So this is the first window and this is the second window. Okay, this is the first window and this is second window. You have to switch to second window. Okay, so now you can just do write one more line. Driver dot switch it to dot. I think you know how to switch it to like windows, multiple windows. Okay, if you are not having an idea, please go through with my another video. So where exactly I deal with the multiple windows, how to handle. Okay, so here you have to use the method driver.switch it to window. Here you have to do pass what? String argument you have to pass. Okay, string argument. But from here you are getting the collection, right? Okay, this is a collection. So this collection needs to be transformed as a string. Then only you can do accept here like this. So that's why what you can do means, so use one line. So win IDs. Okay, win IDs. So just to transform this collection into array first to array. So this is the method. Okay, so here uh, array means the elements will be stored in a contiguous memory location. Yes or no? The elements are stored in a contiguous memory location, and the contiguous memory location nothing but indexes. Okay, so indexes. So index will be starts from 0 index. Okay, but the element is available. So this particular page is available. So for every window, we do have the window ID, and the first window ID is at the 0th index. You will do have the home page window ID, and the first index you will do have the book now ticket window ID. So that's why do please use window ID. And still this is the array. So from here you need a string. Okay. Now this will give you the string. Okay. And that string will be passed to this window method. So this window method is required here the string. And now this will give you the string as well. Okay. Now to perform the execution of the code. Now this image will be cancelled. Okay. Now the image got cancelled, and in default you are available in the one way. So for example, if I want to shift on to round trip, what you have to do, perform inspect this element and click do actions. If I do click on the round trip, I will be available in the round trip things. So what you can do, perform just inspect the thing, just click here and just come to this arrow and click here, and you are having the relative X path here, just do copy. Okay, after clicking on the image, driver dot find element by dot. So I have taken X path, so that's why I do copy here. And what you have to do, perform at the ending of the action is click you have to perform. Okay, now execute the script again and see you are available on the round trip or not. Okay, still you are available on one way only. You are not, the Selenium has not clicked on round trip. So go to console. So in the console, you got the exception, no such element exception. If you get the no such element exception, there is a fault in the identification of the element. So maybe the XPath may not correct. But here you got the exception is element click intercepted exception. Element click intercepted exception. So and the why element click intercepted element is not clickable at point 265 and 797. Okay, at this point the element is not clickable. means, so if you observe once, you will come to know why this exception is coming. So very first time, okay. So this element is not clickable and you are getting the exception means, so for this element is not immediately clicking on it. So you are getting element click intercepted. So that's why you can do use the explicit wait. So explicit wait means, the explicit wait means explicitly or externally will applicable for only specific element. Now this element is not clicking down. This is my problem. So now I am need to handle this particular element to get click by Selenium. So for that, what you can do use means, you can do use the explicit wait or the dynamic wait with the web driver wait, web driver wait. So web driver wait. So you can do use new web driver wait, new web driver wait. Here you can use the driver as well. So driver is only driver, and here you mention the time, how much time your driver need to be wait for the to click on that particular element. Okay, and this wait needs to be applied for this particular element, right? So that's why I'm just referring this particular thing on the web driver wait, and I'm going to refer all these things in some reference variable. So here you can do, so this is my element, right? This is my element. So before performing the click action, I'm just referring this in some reference variable. This is my web element. I'm giving element is the reference variable. Let's make it clear. Element, refer the, import the package. Okay. And this element should be ended with a semicolon. Now this is the element is not clicking down, right? So what you have to do means, you have to do apply these 15 seconds only for this element. So that is the web driver wait. So what you can do means, in the web driver, so this is the web driver wait is a class. In this you do have different methods. Okay. So what are the methods means, wait dot until so expected condition you can pass. What is your expected conditions? Element to be clickable. Element to be clickable. Here you have to do pass the element is web element is element. So this is your web element and the element. Here you can do pass that exactly. So what you have to do, perform the action on it is simply click action. Okay. So this is actually the explicitly wait. Explicit wait or dynamic wait. Okay, now do perform and do concentrate on the UI part. So you are available on the rounded record node. Run it. See, now you are available on round trip. Okay, actually in default you are available with a one way, but now you are available on the round trip. If you not focus, so I'm going to run the script again. Please do focus. Okay, so just run it. So I'm intentionally terminating the code, and I'll just run from here, run the code, run as Java application. Okay, so book now is loaded, image got cancelled, and so now the page is available on round trip. And go to the console, So the code got terminated, and you have not got any exception like element click intercepted something also. So this is the way we can handle the element whenever it is not clicking down. So here your expectation until the wait is the 15 seconds wait is applicable until the expected condition of the element to be clickable. So here you have to pass your web element, and you can perform the click action on it. Okay, so this is the way about this is the way you can handle the dynamic weights 3 different kinds. So implicitly weight will be applicable for all the elements of the page. Okay, if any element is not found, you will get the exception, no such element exception. So page load timeouts will be applicable for the complete page. If you are available any window or any page like get method you use to launch any URL. For example, you click on the book now. So this is also taking you to another page to load that particular page. So here page load timeout will be used. If the page is not loaded, even though the time you mentioned here is not sufficient, at that time you will get the timeout exception. Okay, and this is for the specific element, even even though the time is not utilized, even though this time is not sufficient. So at that time the element is finding by the Selenium, but it is unable to perform the action on it. So the click method is not supposing on that particular as per the method time you mentioned. At that time you have to use a if any element, if any like if you are not getting timeout exception, or if you are not getting no such element exception, you are getting some other exception like element not click interceptable, element click intercepted exception, element is not clickable. These type of the exceptions you are getting means you can use this dynamic weight simply. Okay, I hope you understood the session or the dynamic weights. If you find me very fast, you please go through with the session again, and thank you.